Hey folks, Galen Norris here. When I created this channel, I never had any intentions of really getting involved in anything politically, or conspiracy theories, stuff like that. It was just going to be about farming, my scrap metal recycling business, racing, and all the other different things that I've posted about or have gotten into. But it's gotten to the point now with the economy and the shape it's in that as a business owner, in the economy, it's time that I have said a few things, about this. You know, Understanding what the premise to the stay-at-home orders, especially the one here in Minnesota under Governor Walz, is it is time that we open up our economy again. Because what the people don't realize is, especially the ones that are really defending these stay-at-home orders and shutting these businesses down, they don't realize that economic hardship or is more dangerous than a virus that we can treat. We've proven we can treat this virus. But economic hardship cannot have money thrown at it, and it cannot be changed overnight because the economy is an integral and complicated piece of equipment that everything has to be right in order for it to work. And what we're running into now is we have damaged our economy to the point that it could very well, even if we start opening up now and we did it immediately at the snap of a finger, lifted everything, you're still going to be looking at probably going into possibly October, November before you're going to start to see things turn around, and getting closer, to what normal was, prior to the shutdown. But what we're going to also see is we're going to see people not working because with the unemployment benefits set to be $1,200 plus it's going to be your unemployment plus $600 on top of it. There's going to be people making more money not working than they do working. Now, those of us that have a high moral compass and we know that nothing in life is given to us for free, it's what we earn and what we do to earn it. We know that our work has got value and we will continue to work. We'll never shy away from it because that's not, we're not going to make our livings, off the back of another American, taxpayer. We're going to make we want to make our livings providing a service or making a product, and selling it to somebody so that we can pay people to work for us, and stuff like that, and put food on the tables for our families. That's what a hardworking, God-fearing, American does. We work hard because we know nothing in life is free. It's what we put into life is what we earn. We all have the American dream that we can chase and earn. We just have to be willing to, go for it and earn it. So we're going to run into that problem where people aren't going to work, just for the fact that, it's going to be more prudent for them to just take money in and, not work for it. So you're going to have that problem of restocking or, restaffing a lot of these businesses. The next problem we're going to run into is there's going to be a lot of restaurants and bars that even after this short amount of time, if this goes on, let's say the governor of Minnesota extends our stay-at-home order and keeps, restaurants shut down, or extends the stay-at-home order into mid-May, but then keeps restaurants shut down until let's say July, for an example. I can guarantee you we will only see, there will probably at least be 30% of our small business restaurants and bars that are going to survive. And before people say, well, yeah, but they can do takeout, they can do, curbside. But the thing is, if we don't get the economy functioning, nobody's going to have money, to sustain them now the next month or so, going into these restaurants, and buying food. Bars, if you've got an off sale, you're going to make some. but it's not going to be near what you'd make if somebody's sitting there, drinking a whiskey Coke, and keeps, and where they're $3 to $4 each time. That's where their money is made. The fire departments are not making their pull tab, money back that they use for funding crucial parts of these local volunteer fire departments, and events that they do. A lot of people forget, that's where their funds come from, is from pull tab sales and stuff in these local bars in our areas. So they don't understand that. As far as on, par with the manufacturing, some of that hasn't changed. Locally, we haven't really seen it physically. But for me, being in the scrap metal business, I have felt it, because the price of iron dropped 59% within 2 days of the stay-at-home order. Pop cans dropped 68% within that same time frame. And now we have yards that won't accept pop cans, even, due to the virus. So that limits our markets extremely, especially here in western Minnesota, where we can sell our product and that. So that means there's people now, with the lower prices, they won't sell cans, and I don't blame them, for it. But due to the value dropping, they won't sell them. And then I have people that, they can't, they use this, these funds that they sell pop cans, that buys their milk for the weekend, or, buys them groceries and different things at times, and they need the money to get through, and it's not there for them now. Luckily I've been able to find a market, but the market still is not, high paying enough for them to, come out on it and really benefit from the way they sell cans and stuff at, how many they produce and that. So I feel bad for them, but see, that's the point. The virus can maybe affect one person, maybe affect 5 people, but what happens in an economy affects everybody around the world, not just the United States, not just Minnesota, not West Central Minnesota, where I live. It affects the world. Everything in the economy does. And that's what these people don't understand. They keep promoting these stay-at-home orders, and, we got to keep shut down. We can't keep shut down. They don't realize it's going to take us longer worldwide to get out of this hole economically than it is going to be to actually combat the virus itself. Combating the virus can be done behind the scenes as we live our daily lives. If we've flattened the curve, as they've said, then we should be able to start getting back to our daily lives and get this economy rolling. Because especially here in Minnesota, they're talking about, a staggered approach to opening the economy. Well, if you're going to take the slower approach, it's going to take even longer. Just flipping the switch on the economy is going to take at least a good, I would guess, possibly up to 3 months before we're going to start to see it starting to get back to where it was. Probably 4, considering the, unemployment benefit situation. And so now if you stretch it out, willingly stretch it out, as the governors are talking, then we're going to run into some big trouble, because those businesses are going to be hanging by the thread, trying to survive long enough to keep going and hemorrhaging money at the same time. So it's just going to be a long battle. And now when you take a look on the farming front, the ramifications of these meat processing plants shutting down, some of them due to the virus, and that, it's going to be far-ranging, because now the plants that would serve the food services industries, such as schools, hospitals, restaurants, that kind of stuff, they're going to run into now a situation where they're full. Their meat producers that they have are producing enough product, but now they can't move their product either. So now nobody's got anywhere to go, and now you have plants shutting down. So now them ranchers, hog farmers, chicken, poultry producers, they don't have a place to go with their livestock and products. So that's why you're seeing them dump milk. That's why you're hearing about farmers shooting and euthanizing hogs They euthanized 61,000 chickens on a farm just down the road from my place in that here last week. And that, that's what's going to start happening. But what people don't also realize is when you start euthanizing large groups of hogs, for instance, it takes 6 to 10 months to get a hog raised from a baby all the way up to a butcher pig that goes into the meat processing plant and becomes your bacon, in the package. So even if they, as they've had to euthanize pigs, the longer these plants are down, these pigs are going to start, being euthanized in larger groups. And then farmers are going to go out of business because of this. So now, do you not only have to wait longer to get these pigs back into the market when it comes time to start these plants back up, but you're also going to have fewer producers producing your product, the livestock you need to make your product. So now what you're going to end up with is not only now are you dealing with the loss of that many head, the loss of farmers, now you're going to have price inflation kick in. And I seen the other day there was hamburger that was already up to $5 a pound. There's pork chocks already up to $3 a pound. There was blade pork steaks that were on sale for $2.49, and 3 weeks ago I was paying only $1.49 for them on sale. So I mean the inflation is already starting to hit, the meat supply in the stores. The milk front, stores have been rationing, or more or less limiting milk, and them kind of products and bread products being sold, and that to stretch out the supply. Well, on the milk front, now you got farmers dumping milk because they have nowhere to sell, because the farmers for the cooperatives and creameries that are making the milk you buy in the store, they have enough milk from their current producers that they can't bring in new producers, that maybe have a, tie to a plant that is shut down due to the fact that, they can't sell their products through food services. So they're not going to take, these other plants aren't going to take on more producers than they need. And that's good business, and that. So, I mean, there's going to be a loss there. The only advantage is, cattle have to be milked constantly, but still, it's poor for the farmers that, because after so long, they're not going to be able to pay these farmers to, keep dumping milk. They'll have to quit, so that's why it's important we get this economy back going, because the ramifications of what's going to happen later down the road will be a heck of a lot worse than what we would have to deal with currently with this virus, into the future and that. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to really talk about that. If you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and comment below. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and everybody stay safe. Thank you.